How are you doing, guys? Joel here. So just trading the US GDP data. It's due at 1:30, so very shortly, 5 minutes or so. And we'll just kind of see how we're looking. Already built a short position in the NASDAQ. So let's pop our line on that, just to show us where the data is, where it's due. So the initial data that we're looking at, the indications that we're getting is that the market top is forming. And that's just just before the data's due, we're getting these market top indicators alerting for us. So we'll pay attention to those. As I say, a bit of a short position, but not large at the moment. Just a couple of positions, first around here and then around this zone here. So at the moment we're on the 1 second chart. I find this is quite useful for economic data releases because it's going to be really immediate. It's going to be really close to the data. So we'll see how things go. Hopefully we get some sort of a sell-off, but we'll have a look. I mean, I haven't done any sort of fundamental analysis on this yet. Really just simply taking advice from our indicator here to which direction that the news report's going to be. Usually it's quite a volatile release, so we can expect quite a bit of price action. Now, as I say, just bear with me while I'll take a little look into some of the fundamental news, some of the forecasts around this, so we'll see what things have been doing. Up to now, we have had quite a bullish run so far in the US stock market. Already took some short positions in the Asia session. So that's already offered a small profit already today, which is nice. So we're already moving into a nice little bit of profit on this position just before the news release goes live. Got less than a minute now before it drops. There we go, seeing a boost already in the chart. So initial volatility. So I think either one or two things are going to happen here. Either things are going to start selling off as they are now, which is lovely. Just what we want. So I think we can start to take some profits there. That's how we trade. So that's our position built up, some short positions already built, and then we move from there, take our profits, and then we wait for some reactions from that, really. Because there's always going to be a boomerang reaction whenever you see these kind of news events. So as you can see, it's already hit this target level that we'd already marked out. So we hit that and move on. So that's worked out pretty nicely. So you can see we're potentially going to see some bottom indicators coming in now, so we can look try and maybe get it on the other side up. So we'll just try and take a couple of those. Saw one flash up here, but the candle didn't close in time, so it didn't print, but that's fine. So that's why I've taken that. There we go, so we can start to build this position a bit more. As we move into some profits now, look to lock those in. So this is easy trading, guys. As I say, not really had any time to do any kind of fundamental analysis, and we're coming into one of the more volatile events of the week, and been able to trade it now twice successfully on the first of all before the release, and then of course caught the bottom. Probably could have got a better entry than what we did, just because we didn't wait for the candle to close as you saw. But I mean, that's just taking an aggressive approach and been able to build a bit more of a position in that. But as I say, still been able to profit quite nicely from this. We'll see ultimately if the market does drop and give us another entry, or ultimately we could kind of see another rebound in the kind of before 2 o'clock, and then we'll kind of approach it from there. But been already quite a nice event to trade, and kind of nice cherry on top from the Asia session. Let me show you just why that market moves. Let me show you what we were looking at in the Asia session here. Look, so we'd already taken a few positions here throughout the evening, throughout the early morning, and you can see a few positions that we built up, and then as the market kind of moved up till around about here, I think it was, I took that position. Unfortunately, didn't get this one. This would have been a gorgeous position to take. Didn't get that because I was asleep. But obviously, closed my positions, went to sleep, and then kind of enjoyed the profits. So worked out pretty well. As I say, already kind of profited on that position early, and then we also caught this a couple of trades here. So we're all working very nicely. I mean, let us know what trades that you've done, and any questions that you've got, feel free to message. I'm here until about 2 o'clock ish, and happy to answer any trading related questions. Excuse me. You have to bear with me a little bit. I'm full of cold at the moment, so that's why I sound the way I sound, but it is what it is. Markets don't wait for anyone.
Very, very odd situation, yes, for the top three forwards.
That Alpine was very good with its porpoising last year, but you can hear there's still some shaking going on there. If you give it a listen coming down the straight, you'll hear it.
There you go. So, 2 and 3, there's a replay of the wall describing, and then you were hearing a bit of debris on the racetrack. And I think as we come out of this replay, we can have another look at Bottas with a lockup and a correction and a while shopping trotting his way through turn number 10. That's fantastic. Crash helmet with a tag on the front.
It's great, isn't it?
That's a great. You can see from this side, not quite. It was excellent design. Makes the correction.
Not really offered us any other entries into it yet. So good morning, guys. Thanks for joining. Thanks for coming online. Both to Nico Bowen and David as well. So thanks for joining. How are your trades going this morning, guys? Or this afternoon now, sorry. You can tell I've been trading the the Asia session as I've really recently woken up. I think it's still the morning.
Contrasts really start. First of all, you just mentioned porpoising. Can't really see any coming into this corner. It's a long straight heading into turn 4 here. DRS is open as well. They're fairly hooked up. The braking point is a big one. About 70, 80 metres you're picking up a brake point. And we've got a couple of cars coming through now. Esteban Ocon in the Alpine trundling, and the Williams there loading sergeant just coming through. They're all coming through on slow. But on the high speed, they look good under braking. The one thing that they do all have in common, especially the Red Bull I noticed coming through, and he's coming through in a moment.
My favourite markets, my favourite time frame to trade is the 1 minute. The 1 minute time frame here. So as I say, it's just when you get these sideways markets, things haven't really kind of moved, but you can already see some lovely entries on this. Build a buy position in this. Would have been able to profit substantially over the course of a day or two. So it's just about working to see how things go. So you can already see that event, and as I say, we've got in at the top there. We've also got in at the bottom. Now all that we're doing is waiting to see if we get another opportunity to enter.
It's a good corner to just see everything that's going on. You've got a big braking zone. Here comes Lewis Hamilton. This is leaning on now in the Mercedes. And again, he's actually fighting the car quite a lot more than Verstappen was in the Red Bull. So Hamilton there, similar line, getting wide, getting out over that, just the rise on the exit. Two stabs at fighting the correction there. And whereas Verstappen, you could just drift it slightly and catch it. Hamilton just had to just wait a little bit more for the throttle. So the Red Bull maybe could done more at this point. Using a little bit less road than the Red Bull and the Mercedes, and not quite as on the edge either. Through once more. Nice, another control at this point. But I'm enjoying it down here. The conditions are actually pretty good right now. The temperature's really dropping. The sun's starting to go down. I think 5:30 is the official sundown time, so we've got a while till that. But maybe the sun will be a problem in some corners, not this one. It's golden hour just behind me. And then move on somewhere else, guys. It's all looking pretty good, Nick.
Thank you very much, Shirley.
And in Brighton, the last car passed.
Hi there. So I've just seen your question come in, Nick. So our indicator is this. It's our own indicator that we've built. It's called Market Tops and Market Bottoms. As I say, it's our private indicator that we use, and it just simply lets us know where the market tops and the market bottoms are. It works on pretty much any market. I mean, as I say, let's have a look. So we already got some market top alerts on the 15-minute here on the longer term. So kind of take those at the start of the month, and you've been able to profit since. Even if you'd taken both of those and held onto them, you'd maybe get like kind of an average position around there, and you'd be looking at about 550 pip profit as it runs right now. Could have taken that at any point. Or, you can trade it in the way that I have today in terms of the on the 1 second charts. 1 second charts, for anybody that isn't aware, they are available via TradingView if you subscribe to their premium account. For myself, costs somewhere in the region of about £50 a month, but well worth it when you get the opportunities. That's something that's already been profited just off these trades alone. So it's not, so that's just well worth an investment for myself. But even so, even without those second charts, you can use them on the 1 minute charts as it shows you here. So kind of a couple of bottoms already picked out there that you could either hold on for the long term and have profited, or you could have just taken those as they are. Got top alerts come on over here, and obviously a big profit on that one. So yeah, it's a fantastic opportunity. Yesterday this was brilliant on the lower time frames. Let's have a look. That's around about 1 o'clock. So let's try and have a look at that one. So kind of get that. Where was it? I don't know if we'll get the.
So I think that's going to make life trickier. But the other thing that was really interesting, I thought, that came out of it was how when he was talking about alarms, they are the most experienced.
Look at these, some fantastic entries already on here on the lower time frames. I don't know if we'll get on the lower time frames able to see. Where was it? No, I don't know if we'll go back further. No, it doesn't go back further enough. But you can see on our Telegram channel, we've got a screenshot of some of the fantastic entries that offer does. Yeah, looks like I could have held that position a bit longer on this alert, but either way, profit's profit. Some lovely top entries here on the oil. Would have been a lovely little trade. Just missed that one. It really does depend how much effort that we want to put into these. This has been a brilliant entry on gold, as you can see here. Basically picked out the top, well, perfectly really. Couldn't have got it any better if we'd tried. And that's just running into profit significantly. Let's see if on the 1 minute chart we've got anything coming up.
A big part of it's going to be that you are going to have to mould around Fernando. Fernando's obviously come in with this experience. If you brought Fernando to your team, you've got to believe that he's done good things in the past. But Fernando's strategy is mould around him. You can do that equally.
Yes. Oh, yes, the Swiss. Yeah, I think I'll take that.
So it's going to be an interesting dynamic to see how those two different approaches use
and big personalities as well. There is the potential that it ignites, of course, between those two. I was talking to Fernando this morning, and he says, I've known Lawrence such a long time, that he's really excited about this, really looking forward to it. But I don't think there's a person in the panel who can see the potential for, if things don't go either the way that Lawrence or Fernando would ideally like it to, there is that powder keg element to it.
Well, we saw last year, didn't we, with Fernando, that he wasn't afraid to tell Alpine when they've done a bad job. He wasn't, afraid to drink the car.
He's never been afraid.
Is there anything coming up on here? So it looks like it's just USD Swiss.
He was very forthright with the team, but he was going for championships. He was still getting stuck into the team, sometimes in public as well, even in those 2005-2006 years. So you're never going to.
Which is fine. So I'll just leave that. What I quite like is when I see these entries here, where you've already had a few, and obviously they've been nice and made some profit anyway. But when you already had a few market tops, and then you're already getting ones on top of that, it's always nice. That's a good position to be in. Let's have a look first of all at the indexes. See if we've got nothing coming up on the DXY to indicate a position here. See if that's on the Swiss. Yeah, so that's coming from the Swiss account, really, which is fine. So that's basically coming from Swiss strength opposed to USD weakness, but at the same time, the USD is at it's at a resistance level, so that works pretty well.
You just want to see the best drivers with machinery that shows off their talent. That's all you ever really want to see. Lewis Hamilton, we spoke about earlier, last year, the first time really that his talent was restricted because of what he had underneath him. Had a dodgy year in 2009 when McLaren got the regulations wrong at the start. By the middle of the year, they had a B-spec car. And if there was no cost cap, Mercedes last year would have had a B-spec car. As it was, they just had to wait out the year. It's still a lot you can learn there, but I think it's still phenomenal what we have for that Alonso on a Formula One grid, and it's all the better for it.
Absolutely.
Lewis Hamilton heading to turn number 4. He is turning his 21st lap of the day as he does so. Most laps on the board by anyone so far. Stepping at 105 to his name. He's on board with Charles there, sitting 7th in the times at the moment on a 1:34.3. More about the laps of the year.
See how things are running with this. Things aren't really moving too quickly. Never will do too much in the 1 minute charts, but that's generally how things work. But one final check on our. No, so nothing's really moved too much on here. What we're going to do, guys, I'm going to sign off. But of course, follow the. I'll update as well, both on our channel below. All the links to follow us around elsewhere on the internet are below this here. But also, I'll try and update this later with the USD Swiss position, how that runs. So feel free to check back later, and we'll get into kind of how this runs. But thanks for joining. Really appreciate it. All of you guys who come along and watch massively help and give us motivation to carry on doing this. So until next time, enjoy the rest of the day and hopefully a profitable trading day for you guys.